Welcome back to the Comstock Clan. Today we have a different kind of goals video for you because we've decided that there's one thing in our family that is important enough that deserves all of our attention.
That's right. We have learned that rather than focusing on everything and in the end achieving nothing, it's so much better to focus on one thing, achieve that, and then move on to the next thing.
See, our lives are full of everyday responsibilities. Just keeping our kids fed and alive can be a full-time job in itself.
But add in homeschooling,
Making time for our marriage,
taking time for work,
maintaining our home,
and trying to take good care of ourselves.
this can all easily take up more than 100% of our time.
In other words, this leaves very little to no time to work on and improve areas of our life.
But at the same time, we feel called to grow and move forward in the way we live our lives and the example we live for our children.
So we've been trying to do this in a number of different ways. We've been working on our house.
We've been trying to get better at doing our chore system.
We've been focusing in on some parenting strategies.
We've been trying to be more intentional about building more traditions and trying to get more creative with fun time together.
But what we have found is that working at all of this at the same time has gotten us nowhere.
So, we've decided to simplify, break it down, and focus in on one thing.
And the reason why we have decided to focus in on this one thing is because we believe it will be compounding. Once we improve this one area of our life, it will leave us with more time, additional energy, and more capacity to put towards another area of our life.
Now, the fun part is that just like compounding interest at the bank, as we continue to grow and build margin in one area of our life, the reward gets bigger as well. And in this case, it means the most valuable thing we can ask for, even more time.
I want to point out that this doesn't mean that we're not going to do any of the other things that we just mentioned.
But what it does mean is that we are going to put this one thing first.
This focus will be what we think about first when we are planning out our week.
It'll be the main and central theme around the little time that we have to put towards growing and improving as a family.
It will be what gets prioritized when we're making decisions each and every day.
And every choice we make will be put up against this one thing.
We want to be real about this because we know it's going to be hard.
I know, the second we decide to focus in on this one thing, a million other shiny objects are going to come in and try to pull us in different directions.
The value of saying no is a concept that is taught, but what we often take from this is the importance of not overcommitting to other people. Where what the real lesson needs to be is the importance of constraining our lives and saying no to ourselves and the dozens or hundreds of other things that we want to do. This is what finally frees up our capacity to give our best yes to what God is calling us to do.
That's right. Looking back now, I can see that this was a huge problem in our life for a long time.
All right, so for those of you who've made it to the end of this video, is there one thing in your home that deserves all of your attention?
We're going to be back in a couple of days to talk about what our one thing is. And when we do, we're going to link that video right here.
But for now, check out this video we have on setting goals as a couple.